stuff. Reading is good. We'll give you points if you do some.
I remember being so proud in like third grade being told that I read at an eighth grade level.
I remember that too. I remember thinking like, and then I remember getting to eighth grade and being like semi a fuck up.
Yeah, I was like, yo, these books
And I'm
kind
like,
of
wow, I
suck.
didn't real man. I should have. I didn't.
Yo, I want to go
I,
back to
I,
Lemony Snicket.
yeah, I should have been. I should have been reading at a 16th grade level at this point. I'm like, fucking
Yo,
up.
yo, I just like series of unfortunate events. I don't even know why I'm here, guys. I think I need to
No,
leave.
Lemony Snicket was man. I honestly did really like. I really enjoyed reading those books. Something about those books was like it was enjoyable. They were interesting. They
That's
really were good.
another
I
series I
think
never
they're better
finished.
than Harry Potter. I'm gonna say it right now. I think Lemony Snicket's books were better than the series of unfortunate events, specifically. Man, that shit was good. It was really good.
I think I got to book 8 and stopped with
Yeah,
that
and there were
series.
many. There were like many from the get. Like, how did that not
So many.
gain more traction? Like before Harry Potter. What the fuck?
It
Was
was
that
like
about?
the popular thing to read. Harry Potter was never the popular thing to read.
No,
We're
yeah,
in middle
yeah.
school. It was like in
Yeah,
fourth, fifth
series of
grade.
unfortunate
It
events.
was
Yeah,
for sure
even in England,
series.
because when that was popular, I was in England still, so it was like, yeah. And Harry Potter was out too, and like, you think we weren't reading that over there? What's weird is like, you have Harry Potter and what do you have here? The Sorcerer's Stone.
Yes.
Yeah? What?
You have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, right?
Right.
It's
We have
slightly different.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, wait, is it the...
Yeah.
Is that different? I didn't even notice.
It's different.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, in the UK, I have both. I will. Can I get it real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
I have
Go,
both.
go
Yeah,
off,
one
man.
sec.
Fucking maniac.
You're familiar with the Scholastic Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, right?
Right, yeah.
So this is the one, Austin. This is the one you saw too, right? And the artwork,
Yes.
right? The familiar artwork, like that's what you remember Harry
Yeah.
Potter looking. Right.
Not the same.
So I'm going to tell you straight up right now, not only when growing up, not only for me when I was reading Harry Potter, did Harry Potter have slightly different titles for the first book. He also looked completely fucking different. Like not only him, everyone and like the entire like Harry Potter universe was not the same, and I'm going to show that to you right here because this is a British copy.
Oh, wow.
It says Philosopher's Stone, and that's what Harry Potter looks like to me. So when I think of Harry Potter on the book form, that's who I see because, like, I think I don't even think the latest book had a different character in the UK version unless they switched out the art, the artist. But like you have, look, that's what Dumbledore looks like. That's on the British version. You can even see the
White
in
hair.
pounds.
Why does he have clown pants?
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's what I kind of wondered when I was a kid too. But this was a book that I remember getting with my parents at Waterstone because they were like, "You're gonna read Harry Potter," and I was like, "Why are you telling me what I'm gonna read? This is like communism. This is ridiculous. This is everything I'm striving not to be." And then my mom was like, "Well, Harry Potter's a magician. It's nothing to do with communism. You'll like it." I only got up to the Goblet of Fire.
That's
'Cause
book
that
4,
was-
right?
Book five. Wait. Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, Goblin of Fire, and then the Order of the Phoenix. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I never got the Phoenix.
Order
either,
of the
so-
Phoenix. Yeah, I didn't get to that one because I was kind of like older at that point. And I was reading I got like weirdly into non-fiction. I don't know why. I still have that weird obsession. I don't like stories anymore at all.
Me too.
I
I'm very nonfiction.
just like non-fiction. It's fun. It's interesting. I like reading research papers and stuff.
I think I like both pretty equally.
I wish I knew more like good things like that I could like okay, like Tolkien, I love Harry Potter, not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Those two. Like I think actually right after I got done with The Goblet of Fire, I think the next book I read was The Hobbit. And then I read The Lord of the Rings. And those, I think Lord of the Rings by far is my favorite like thing of all time. But I've heard about something happening. I don't know. They're doing like some sort of live action thing of it, and people
Oh
aren't
yeah,
happy. I haven't looked
and
into it
they
enough to
don't even
even
have the
comment.
rights to do it or something.
No.
It's up. They marketed it as one thing, but they don't have the rights to do that. So it's fan fiction of another thing. Whatever.
What? I gotta
Yeah,
look into this
it's
now.
they're
Now it
like, oh,
sounds.
it takes place in the first and second age, and they're like, oh, we actually don't have the rights to the Silmarillion, so it's not actually that.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
all secondhand. I don't care enough to look into it. This is what I've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah. I'm like, if it's gonna be like that, then I fucking. That's not
Yeah.
even funny at this point. That's just sad, and it's not worth watching. I have all of them on Blu-ray, so if there's ever anybody interested in watching all of, I've even offered Austin this multiple times. I've offered my wife. I've offered everyone I know and love.
No one's taking it.
Hey, can you can you sit with me for a day or two and watch all of them in a row and see what it's like? And nobody's
That's a
taking me up.
lot.
I
That's
know
a
it is,
lot.
but I'll do it. For that, I'll do it. And but I also included The Hobbit. It wasn't just Lord of the Rings. It's
Yeah,
like you
for
have
sure,
to
for
watch
sure.
all of them. Like
They did that in the movie theaters one time. They had a Lord of the Rings marathon.
yeah, I know. That's why I want to do it because I never got to go, and that actually very much upset me. I was distraught
They
for
did
weeks
that with
after
other
that.
movies too that had like
Yeah, good
MP3s.
ones that are the best ever.
Oh,
yeah.
Godfather. I think they did that too.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, those are crazy movies.
They had a
I
whole
didn't.
thing play all the way through. You fucking kidding me? And all the
I
Star
watched
Wars, they did the
those
Star
when I
Wars
was
ones
too
too.
young. I shouldn't have watched those at my age. First of all, because I was a kid, and second of all,
I think
didn't get
Godfather
what I
fucked
think I
Tyler
should have
up
gotten
too.
out of those movies. Huh?
I think either Godfather or Goodfellas fucked Tyler up too. There was like a scary moment. I think
Man, it was all
I think
scary.
it
I
was
remember some dude getting
Goodfellas.
ice picked in a bar. He was just minding his own business, and then they came and they like stabbed him in the hand so he couldn't move or something. And then
Oh, Luca
Yeah,
Brasi.
Luca Brasi.
oh my
Yeah.
Yeah,
god.
he
Yeah,
gets
I
it
don't remember
bad.
that. All I remember is the dude getting murked in front of all of his fucking, bartenders and stuff. That's yeah, not the right movie to watch for
And
kids.
I got that game, The Godfather the game for the PS2.
Oh, that was one of. I mean, I don't know if that was actually officially one of the. I liked that game a lot. I thought that was a good game. My friend
It is
had
good.
that game, and
Actually, I don't
yeah,
think it holds up. I
loved
played
it.
it
Huh?
recently. I don't think it holds up.
It doesn't hold up.
It's fun, but I think it's way too easy. I don't think I started punching the fuck out of everyone, no matter what color you were wearing, and it was working. I was taking over any business I wanted ahead of time, I think. I think it was supposed to go like, brown jackets first, then green, then blue, and then red, and then black. I think you're black, actually.
Yeah,
But,
you're black.
I'm actually brown.
Yeah, you are a bit
Damn.
brown.
He's up to tell you.
But that I lost my train of thought there, but whatever.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
wish I
think
could
it's
show you
too
guys a
easy.
video.
You can share your screen.
Yeah, but it's on my phone. I mean, I can still share my screen technically. I could plug my phone in and I could open Samsung Dex and I could like show you it.
All
on
that
Samsung.
bullshit you've been telling me about. I don't
You
get
just have to,
none
like,
of that.
Completely ignore all of the pictures of the tip of my penis. I
Okay.
figured out there's a really cool macro mode on my camera, and I found out that like if you zoom in real close, people can't really tell the difference between the surface of Mars and the undershaft of my wiener on Reddit. So watch out, NASA
Is that like a
JPL.
whole?
I'm just kidding.
Is that like a whole
Be
like?
careful.
Is that
Yo,
like a
big-
thread? Did you have a thread
Yeah,
of
I
just
hope
pictures
not. That's
every
so
day? Is that
Yeah,
Mars?
it's like the whole
Is it
NASA
Mars today?
JPL Reddit is just my foreskin, lack thereof, with zoomed in macro lens.
Is this Mars today? You think it's Mars today?
Is this Mars today? You think this is Mars?
What do you think?
Hey, you ever heard of the Curiosity rover?
I gotta go. I gotta go to outside for a smoke.
Whoa, that guy's got a shirt on. Austin, it looks like you have a boner.
I do, buddy.
Hell yeah.
I'm
It's the only way to
rigid.
walk around. What if it was like shameful to walk around without a boner? Imagine that. Like if you couldn't if
Yeah.
you couldn't face the public eye without having a completely erect shaft. Like it was just like embarrassing to walk out there like this. It would be like dehumanizing. You can't do that.
I'd be down to live in that world.
I feel like
I know you
I
would.
could not keep up, and I'm not prepared to take
Hell
that
yeah,
many
Tyler.
gas station chemicals. to
I
keep-
I think, cousin, you could completely stay 100% straight while saying, "Nice dick, bro."
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking dude, you're looking
like-
you're looking pretty breedable. I feel it.
Look
feel
at
it.
Tyler. He's not sure. He's not
Breedable.
sure.
Well, maybe not. Hang on, guys.
Hey, this
I don't know
is
about that.
What's it called?
Skull Servant.
Oh, Skull Servant. That's what it is.
My
Yeah.
favorite's Bottom Dweller. It's some snake. It looks like Ouroboros.
Fucking like us our fucking first gen like shitty cards.
Yeah, I don't
I've got first gen shitty cards. I've got loads of cards, but not
Hey.
really that many. I've even
Whip
got the
'em
fake
out.
ones. I've got some fake. You want me to?
Whip them out.
They're literally right here. I don't even have to go anywhere.
Austin, what the fuck?
Look, we're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You got a problem?
Yeah, man.
I got some Gibson stickers too. That's cool.
Now that I
Oh.
set this up, I'll be right back.
Fuck you, cousin.
Here, I'm gonna just hold these up because I don't know to read them out. But if you want to see one up close, just let me know. Pull them out.
Oh man, those are nice ones. Those are way better than the ones I had. Is that relinquish at the top right?
Yeah, huh?
Fuck yeah, dude.
And there's more, many more.
Man, I had a fat stack.
There's a Blue Eyes White Dragon right there too.
Hell yeah, I had a fat stack of cards that I gave to Zachary before
He
I
probably still has them.
No, he doesn't, and I'm pissed.
Oh, no.
He told me like
Oh,
a year
no.
later.
There's some more right there. I've got like a
Hell
fake
yeah.
Exodia. Who
A
did?
fake Exodia?
Yeah, I've got like 2 fake Exodias technically. I've got a bunch of fake cards and they're all in one place. I'm gonna pull this one out because it's like the fakest card. This thing is ridiculous. It's so. It's like they were like, at this point they were like, it's already fake. Why try naming it correctly or doing anything? Like, just fucking make a card. And that's what they did. A card. Crazy Animal.
But it
And-
fooled me, man. There's some dumb shit. They make some dumb cards.
And it says Animal. Oh, also it doesn't even have the Japanese letters. It just says land in a circle.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
And then on
pretty
top
bad.
of that, it says Animal effect. This card will be out while the fighting monster destroyed. This is the ender of all cards.
I don't even know
This
what the
card-
fuck that means.
This card hath become death.
Why make a dumb fake card? Why not make them like a very cool one?
Fake?
You make
Does
that
that look
one.
fake to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Put that shit in a canteen.
Put that shit in a canteen? The monster?
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, I like the pineapple ones that are out right now. They're fucking delicious.
Yo, those are really good, actually.
I really like the I like pineapple everything.
He's
That
got
one was
monster in
really
his
good.
beard,
And
dripping down his face like an
yeah, these-
animal.
Chinese Exodia pieces. They're very like realistic actually. They're really good. They just don't say Konami on them and they don't have the little hologram thing in the corner. And here's one that's just like a 1-card Exodia that's fully Chinese. And it's also a really impressive looking card, but it's not real. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Because they really put effort into that one. So I'm almost disappointed it exists. Because why put effort into it? I'd be more happy if it was shit. Science Soldier.
I remember Science Soldier.
Fucking hated that guy. I just felt like that name sucked. And that thing too is like Oprah Winfrey's here.
I always thought Warrior Beaver was fucking dumb.
Electric Lizard. That's Oprah Winfrey just because she's an electric lizard. Didn't they say she was a lizard?
I don't know, man. So many people get called lizards
Some guy.
nowadays.
Yeah, everybody's a lizard now. So I'm just
Everybody's
like,
a
Oprah
secret
Winfrey's a
reptile.
lizard. She's a secret lizard reptile, and I've assigned her the electric kill set, so she's an electric lizard. Yeah, and these are just stickers.
Yeah.
Are those all foreign cards?
They're not, but I do have Pokemon cards. I have foreign Pokemon cards. I have Japanese ones, and they're like the old ones too, like red HPs. I have
Those though are
German ones. Huh?
those cards you were just showing are English.
Yeah, these are all English, apart from the fake ones. Unfortunately, I don't have that many first editions, and like non-first editions, like the relinquished. I mean, like, I'd rather just not like, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are selling them right now, but like, why would I sell relinquished for $5? I like relinquished.
Maybe worth something later.
Yeah,
never know.
maybe. But it's like I just feel like it's cool. I feel like I always like looking at these things. Things are cool. And they bring
Yeah,
me
I always
back.
like the art, just the artwork of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't even know how to play the fucking game. Had no idea how to play it, but I like collecting it. They look cool.
Oh no, I actually play.
Thank God, I'm free. Oh,
Oh, my computer did a poo poo.
oh, it's all good, man. No, it's cool.
My bad. I heard you talking about the not being able to play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I never played the Pokemon card game. I just traded them, but the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, that's the first time somebody made me feel bad about myself.
Damn.
How to play.
You made Tyler look back and go, "Yikes."
Yeah, the kid that taught me how to play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, right? This was like when we were like fucking like 9 or 10. I told Austin the story. Remember Austin, the kid that played me against in a Yu-Gi-Oh card battle in the library?
I
And then I
remember
was
you
just like-
losing something.
Yeah, and yeah, I lost to him because he had like this fucking elite card fucking deck. Like it was like ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was just like not necessary. And his dad was like some sort of like software engineer, so he had like some crazy cards that his dad could afford. My dad was like fucking barely had a high school diploma, so I was like, I ain't getting those fucking cards. And like basically I was like, okay, I'll play you if you want to play. It'll be fun. And I thought he was just like, just having fun playing me. And most of my cards were actually like his doubles and stuff. So my deck sucked compared to his, and I just barely had enough cards to play. And so he just like whooped my ass. And then he like stood up and just like said like the meanest things. But in like this weird like Naruto manner.
Oh.
Like he turned into an anime character
Oh, you got
right there in the library in front of me.
Fuck,
And
what is
he, like-
Sasuke's brother?
And he
Everybody
yeah,
shut up. Everybody shut
Yeah,
up. This is Sasuke's older brother.
And he literally like just denounced my existence in front of everyone because of how bad I was at playing the game.
Oh.
And then I was like, dude, I think I'm your only friend, and the only time like I hang out with you is play video is when we play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm just not gonna
Yo,
play Yu-Gi-Oh cards with you anymore.
You got
And I never did.
Itachi'd.
And from that point on, I used to go and I like kind of made some new friends, and they used to sit in the library right behind this table where everybody like played Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but everybody wouldn't play with this kid because he was like really crazy. Like just I don't know why. I don't even know how I ended up like talking to him, but like he just was like, "Okay, I will teach you the way," and I was like, "Man, this kid knows what he's talking about. He straight up looks exactly like they do in the cartoons." Like. This is the guy. I was surprised he didn't have a fucking pyramid hanging off his neck. But yeah, it was horrible. It was a terrible experience. You're lucky you never learned, because you would have met somebody like that. And then you would have had to like rebuild your self-esteem over the period of
Yo, this is
years.
what it looked like. You in the library.
Is it in memes?
Right there, yeah, it's in memes. Yo, that's exactly how it went down. You
This
can't
was
say-
pretty
you can't
pretty
prove
much.
me otherwise.
I felt exactly. I think my hairstyle was similar to that one too at the time. So, and his hair was definitely that. He had like long black, very unwashed hair, and it was like, yeah, and no, but that's how he talked to me.
I know he did. Dude, I feel it.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
It was
Fuck.
like Like at least you
He was
guys are
living the
understanding
dream.
how I felt.
What a
Yeah, he really got a lot out of it. I could tell by the look on
cinematic
his face.
play. It's just a play. That
And
was
then
God,
later on,
that's
I was-
such a funny story.
I didn't even mean for it to be funny. It really was more
Oh,
traumatic than
man.
anything. It kind of brought back more painful
Dude.
parts of my life than good
No,
ones.
man, that guy sucks.
Yeah, no, I know, man. That's why I was like, the
That's
thing is, like,
hilarious.
I've always gotten along with like because I like weird shit. Like, I like a lot of things. I like to play guitar. I like books. I like fucking science. I like things that are like people don't, like people often like have a hard time talking to people about because like they're not into that kind of stuff. But I love video games. I love fucking computers and shit. So it's like sometimes though I feel like okay. Let me give you an example. I like redneck shit. All right, that's a bit weird for someone like me. I love redneck shit.
What
Like I
kind of
like to
redneck
do
shit?
like trucks. Do you guys kind of know what I'm talking about?
I had my headphones off.
Damn it, Austin! Bleeding my heart out.
Sorry, I'm back. I was I keep getting phone calls.
I don't even remember what I was talking about. And it's probably for a reason.
I was there. He's here.
Tyler, if paper catches on fire, I got a fire extinguisher for you right here. So don't worry.
I feel like a fire extinguisher is something that I should own, but just straight up don't.
I only have it for that guitar amp back there. It's a fucking full tube guitar amp, and I heard some of them catch on fire sometimes. Mine has
Oh,
them,
right on.
but just in case it does.
Cousin, how's Death Stranding coming? What are you up
Yeah.
to?
Right now,
Is that water?
Oh, there. Tyler's got his own thing.
Whoa! Those are cool. I think everyone should have one of those in their car.
Shake
Everyone.
it first.
Hmm?
No, I'm just watching. No, I'm trying to make it safely over here. Because if you scan the water, if you press R1, you scan it, and it shows you blue is safe, yellow is iffy, it's going to drain your energy more, and red is like you're going to fall. It's too deep.
Can you do redneck shit in Death Stranding?
Recently, they added a thing where you can race and do tricks on the bike.
Right?
And
Oh,
jump.
that's sick.
Oh yeah, there's ramps. I think you can place now
Oh, I thought he was saying skeet shooting or something at the end. Like, that'd be cool.
with your body on a
Skeet
fucking,
shooting with your body. Get in this catapult. There's a line of hunters on the horizon. They're going to take aim at you.
Yo, that catapult shit is so dumb.
There's an actual catapult in this game that transports you?
on the
I mean,
director's
in
cut.
the director's cut. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Wait, like the director's cut is a
It's pointless.
game with extra
It's
parts?
pointless.
Extra footage. It's the same
Yeah.
game with extra stuff.
You get a little
But
more
why would
content.
you even do that? That's so dumb. It's like you already sold the fucking game. People that bought the game are just gonna be pissed because they're not gonna get to see it because they're not gonna spend money on playing the game again, right? Or are they? You
People
would do
have.
it again?
People
I
have.
would.
Austin, you're the fucking problem.
Everybody would. Everybody here would.
Oh! Okay, I guess I have to as well now.
No, we can explain. I think I can't.
No, it's all right. If everybody's doing it, I'll do it too.
For Death
Hasn't failed
Stranding,
me
I
yet.
will. For Death Stranding, I will. Most of the PS5 upgrades are free though. From PS4 to PS5, most of them are free. Very few of them cost money.
I really would like to get a PS5. I've just like
Me
not
too.
found one at
I'll
market
get
price
one when
yet.
I'm 30. I think. For my 30th
I'm gonna be
birthday.
30 in May. I'm not getting one the time I'm 30.
Yeah.
There's no way. How am I gonna find that? Like, I feel like people are just looking for it just as much as they ever would.
He got lucky.
I got lucky.
And
I was
you paid retail for it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was at a 7:30 a.m. and I had a Target account, and Twitter emailed me saying they had them in stock. So I got on there real quick and got them for pickup.
That's
I was on the
fucked.
phone with him too. I remember him fucking around, and then he's like, "I think I got a PS5. I think it'll be
Yeah,
here
I think
tomorrow."
my voice would have fluttered as I would have told you that.
I know you don't know this, Amir, but I steal from I steal. And when I was at Target getting my PS5, I wanted to get the PS5 headset too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to get an associate to get the PS5 off the little hook that's locked, and there's nobody there, and I'm getting pissed off because there's nobody there. So I end up taking it and twisting it off, like taking it off myself.
Uh-huh.
And I had already bought my PS5. So I had a Target bag with the PS5, and I'm like, this steak stuff's making me want to steal everything. I'm so pissed off. Nobody helped me. I'm just gonna put the headset in this bag. So I did, and I got a $300 headset from Target for complicating my order. Don't make me wait, or I'll steal your shit. It's that
That's
simple.
hilarious. That's the funny thing. It's like I heard this theory that it's like, well, I mean, it's not even a theory, it's fucking statistical fact. Like it's like an illusion. Like security in a fucking store is an illusion. It's not real. It's like it's there. They tell you it's there and you think about it, therefore it's there. But in reality, there's not nearly enough for there to even keep an eye on like a quarter of the people that are there, let alone a fucking tenth. Like you can keep.
You know, go ahead.
It's. I feel like as long as you're not the sketchiest looking person in the store, you're probably not getting looked at, because they don't
Yeah.
have the resources to look at you. And by the time they find out, like, what kind of resources are going to be required to go find you for $100 headset? And it's Target.
Austin used to work at the same Walmart that I used to work at, and it's the
Yeah.
third largest Walmart in the country, which I found out just by working there. And they have one theft guy. There's just one guy there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an illusion. Like they cannot afford. And also, like, what is the theft guy gonna like? That's why it's like it's not. Even if they hire 10 of them, they're gonna do the same job as 2 of them. Because you can't. Like you can't fucking do anything. That and if something happens and you have 10 fucking security guards, you're gonna have 10 fucking people go tackle one dude for stealing milk.
But wait,
right?
you're
And
on
then there's
camera,
gonna be
though.
3 other people taking headsets at the same time.
But if they do get a
Like-
hunch that you stole something, they look at the cameras. Even if you fight your way out, that's even worse. If you're on camera fighting, they have you on camera. You're fucked. It's about
No,
the
but
footage.
that's if they get to you. Like that's if they come to you and say, "Hey,
Well,
I've
if they
caught you."
call the police, if they see like, oh yeah, we're missing this. He stole this. I see it on camera. Then they're gonna call the police when you're not even there. Hours.
I don't
later,
think
maybe.
they do. I really
No?
don't think that ever happens. I genuinely think that's never happened. I would. I mean, I'd really like somebody to tell me that that's happened to them because I feel like maybe it has, but I genuinely think that companies are slacking on that shit hard.
Maybe.
I feel like
think
they are.
if they see you stealing during the time, like you're there.
Yeah, if they
they're just
see
like,
you,
okay, you're
yeah.
stealing. I'm gonna look at the cameras and see what you stole. But I don't think they go like, oh, inventory down by 10%. Let's watch the cameras and see where it went.
Nah.
They don't give a
Al-
shit.
Also, it's like I have somebody rather close to me that I know that works at one of these retailers, and I get told quite often that they quite literally see people stealing stuff, and they're told by management to pretty much just ignore it. And if security doesn't handle it, then just like let them go because it's not worth like the liability of the company to like
Cause a
confront these
scene.
people. The
Wow.
reason is because a lot of people have been very violent recently, right? So it's like they don't know how you're going to react when you confront them, and they aren't the police. So they'd rather
Right.
just not risk the liability, and they're most likely just, unless the police is nearby, they're probably more likely, like from what I've heard from these people, they're more likely that if you are caught early and you stick around for too long, they might call the police and have them come while you're still there.
Yeah.
Or like confront you as you're leaving with the stuff, right? And they most likely will just wait outside because they don't want to just find you in a store with store property because you're still in the store, right? You could be, planning to pay for it, right? So they just wait for
A
you
lot of them,
outside.
at least at the Walmart I was at, they would. This is just for employees. They would know you were stealing, but they would wait for you to rack up a certain amount of money for it to then be a felony, and then they can call the cops.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
knew
that's
some guy-
yeah. Because what is it,
some
under
guy-
$500? It's not grand theft, right? Is it $500 or more? Yeah.
Something like
So it's
that. I
like
don't
below that, it's not even a fucking felony. It's a misdemeanor. What the fuck is that?
know. Oh wait,
It's like a
well,
parking
one
ticket.
guy would steal. He'd steal lunch. He'd steal
Yeah.
lunch every day from like the deli,
Me too.
Yeah.
and they just waited for him to fuck up, or until they didn't like him. That's what I assumed, and then they had an excuse to fire him. Like they were just waiting for that. Like,
Yeah.
all right, he's not working now. We can let him go because we caught him stealing food 3 times.
I worked
And they
for a company.
just don't care.
Well, dude, yeah, I know what you mean. And like a weird example of how little companies care too sometimes in a bad way is I worked for a company that actually both of us worked for this company before, Austin.
Yeah.
And one time, you know how they had
Well, we
a
all three
attendance.
did.
Oh, you.
If
Oh
you're
wow,
talking
that's
about
crazy.
taste.
No, talking about Sprat.
Oh, we all three worked at Taste of Asia, maybe at
Yeah, we
separate
have.
times, but
But that
yeah.
was a good place, and those people were good people.
Yes.
And
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
but then they made a damn good egg fried rice.
Yeah, they
Shit kept me
did.
going.
I love
Yeah.
their free food, their free lunch, dude.
Yeah, and
Over the train on Sue.
uh-huh.
You
They
want to
kept
run
us.
a train on Sue? He said.
That's hilarious. She's got space in the minivan for sure for another one.
For sure.
Go up to Juan, be like, "Hey Juan, I'm gonna cook you tonight, boy." That'd be terrible. Imagine saying that to somebody you work like. That's disrespectful. It's like, no, no, you are not going to do that. You're my delivery driver. Get the fuck in your car.
Jay looks like Harong from Tekken.
Jay?
The guy with the dyed hair all the time. He always had tips.
I don't remember who that is.
He was always working the front. And he worked next door at the massage place too. Sometimes he would
Oh,
wear a
that
fucking
dude, I do
button-up
remember
vest.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Harong from
Huh.
Tekken.
That's fun. Remember Huang, the guy with the blue Corolla? He's the
yeah.
Vietnamese dude.
Yeah. He was,
I wish I had his number. He was a really cool dude.
he seemed chill. He was so chill that we didn't talk.
No, but that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
I was
He worked
almost scared of
6
him
days a
because he
week.
seemed like, huh?
He worked 6 days a week, 12 hours.
Yeah, yeah. You know who I'm talking about?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He worked a lot, and he got that new car. And I remember I was almost like intimidated by him because he used to give you this kind of look. Like if you didn't know him and you saw
Yeah.
you caught eye contact, he'd be like this.
He'd be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Yeah, but if you talk to him, he'd be like, "Oh, hi, man, my name's." And I
Yeah.
like talked to him once, and like we kind of developed a friendship. And he was a really cool, humble dude. His fucking dad came out and helped me fix my Jeep,
Huh.
like in the
Oh.
middle of the fucking city, like randomly. Like he just didn't even know me, and he's like this Mercedes master mechanic. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, my dad's a mechanic. Like I could ask him if he can come out here and help you." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." And then he told me like, "Oh yeah, he's only an hour away." And I'm like, "Your dad is driving an hour here to just help me? Like he doesn't know me and he doesn't do it. Like what?" And then he literally like refused money and everything. And he fixed my fucking car.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, really good dude. And I was like, I really wanted, like, I remember I had his phone number, and I lost it somehow. I think I lost my phone or it broke my phone or something. I don't remember, but never get in contact with him, and I feel bad because it's just like one of those people you lose contact with, like by accident, not even like you would have. I don't like phones. I think like back in the day, people really kind of had better.
You know
like,
what I want? A
understanding
fucking
of
watch
each other.
that vibrates when I'm getting a call or a text. That's all I want. So I feel it. And I don't need a fucking phone on me. I just know I gotta go check my phone.
But it doesn't need to have any further smart function than that. You just need it to
Nah.
just tell you when people are calling you.
Yeah.
Then just get a
And
G-Shock with Bluetooth, so you're not distracted by bullshit on your wrist all day.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to like use anything. I just want to like take a call, like a beeper. I want a fucking beeper.
I
that
think
I
the
can just-
G-Shocks with Bluetooth actually have the vibration feature, as far as I remember.
What
that make
do
sense?
you do when it tells you, "Hey, your blood pressure is way too high"? What do you even do? I'm just gonna get pissed.
It doesn't show you your blood pressure. You need a blood pressure monitor for that.
I want sleep information. Like I want it to tell me like you slept
That-
for
it-
6 hours.
It does, yeah, it does that. The Garmin will tell you, like, if you keep it on. But this is the thing, though. I feel kind of weirded out by keeping something like that on me while I'm asleep. I know this sounds creepy, but I'm just like, or like, just
Yeah.
like, why, Amir? It's whatever. You wear it all day. But I don't know. I just feel like that's a little like, do I want you to record my body doing whatever it's doing while I'm not even aware of what it's doing?
It would just be
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Well,
I
yeah,
just
it is.
would be able to sleep or watch on.
It is a bit uncomfortable, I'll give you that for sure. But I have slept with it a couple of nights by accident, just like been so fucking tired to just like, slam on the bed and I like pass out and wake up. and it gives you a report on your sleep, and it like adds it to your. And the thing is, it's connected to your phone, so you just open the app, and you have your like averages for everything for the week, and it'll tell you like how to improve certain things if you put in like your vitals and like your body weight and height and what your goals are and shit. It's actually really, really smart. Man, honestly, like, I really like that watch. The downside is, like, unless you get it used, it's kind of like, it's not, I don't know. I got mine,
My mom got one. It's nice. It keeps you connected. She knows when I text her when she's getting a call, like off once.
yeah, that's
It is
dope.
nice.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't even wear it that much. Like, just like, even now, like, cause it died, after 20 days it died, and instead of just charging it for 4 hours, so it lasted another 2 days, you know what I did? I put it on a watch that's solar powered, so I don't have to do that for another fucking until the sun goes out. You know what I mean? Like, I just do that all the time. Huh?
These headphones that I have in,
Hmm.
I got them for Christmas, and I only charged them once. I think that's pretty good.
That is pretty good for wireless headphones. Because I mean, like, think about how small the battery
Yeah.
cell in those are. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, those are like watch battery in your ears
Yeah,
that have powered you for like into the second month of the year.
yeah, at least a month it goes for it.
That's incredible. What brand is that? What kind of headphones are those? Raycon. This is sponsored by Raycon.
Oh, they're called iFrogs. I think it's some off-brand or something, but they work
Oh
great.
no, I've heard of them though. I don't think they make bad headphones. I think they just
Oh
make
yeah,
like
I've never heard of them.
I think no, I've heard iFrogs have been around for a long time, dude. I remember like when iFrogs. I think I bought a pair at an airport in like 2006, but they were like wired. And fuck, bro, that's a long time without charging your headphones. You might have like a nuclear reactor in your ears. I think there was like a fucking old Soviet satellite that crash landed in fucking China, and they put together fucking headphones with them and sold them on Alibaba in bulk. Man, radiation's so crazy.
Can we talk about the Ark of the Covenant and how it may have radiation?
Oh yeah, we can talk about the Ark of the Covenant. Of course we can. But like, do you want me to talk? Are you saying you want me to talk about the Ark of the Covenant, or is there any?
My
Do you have input on the Ark of the Covenant, Tyler? Tell me.
I don't want to. It's not really derailing, but it just went off in my head, and I feel like if anybody knows anything, it would be you, Amir. What happened with the what is it? What the fuck is it called? The ark on top of a mountain that they thought they saw the ark on top of some fucking mountain. This was like maybe 8 years ago or something.
Mount Ararat.
They
Yeah.
were like, they couldn't get there to see,
Oh.
but it looks like there's a boat on top of the mountain
I've seen
or
pictures.
something.
I
Really?
heard something about that, but like,
Could
I
have been fake
don't.
pictures.
The Ararat Mountains, as far as I'm aware, are in Russia, right? Or somewhere in Eastern Europe. I'm pretty sure they're in Russia.
Mount Ararat.
Um,
I would've
I've
gone
not
with the
heard
ark.
of any developments. Like, let me look at that right
yeah.
now.
Do some research.
I remember hearing that, but I don't remember Ararat Mountain Ark of Covenant. Oh, Noah's Ark. That's Noah's Ark.
Yeah,
That's
not Ark
what
of
they
Covenant,
believe
yeah.
that may have been Noah's Ark. Okay, yeah, that makes. I guess. Wow. I mean, dude.
Are you seeing pictures?
Yeah, I see.
When I was trying to explain that, I was blanking. I was like, is it also called the ark? What am I missing? It was just
The
Noah. That's
Ark of
literally
the
said Noah's
Covenant was that was the thing that was depicted in the Indiana Jones movie where they
Oh, yeah, that's not- that's
Nazis
supposed
tried
to
to
have
get
the-
it.
Ark. Ten Commandments and the Holy Grail.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It was like one of those, biblical things that supposedly had like the power of God within it, and it's like armies essentially like used it to just desolate lands, and supposedly the closest, like, I mean, a lot of people like theorize that all those things, but like in the Bible, like the shit that kept the people alive in the desert for 40 years was like something to do with something radioactive. Like it was like a radioactive rock where I think moss was growing on it and it was feeding them, and there was like it just had enough nutrition in them to maybe not be like perfect examples of human health but be alive for 40 years. And the same thing was attributed to the Ark of the Covenant. Was like it was like something they believed it might have been something radioactive that they may have not understood a long time ago, and or maybe they did understand because there's depictions of them using it as a weapon. So maybe the Ark of the
Yeah.
Covenant, like full capabilities were discovered and were like actually utilized.
I bet it's literally some sort of um whatever, however they like. I'm thinking there's some sort of crystal they're using to make a laser beam of radiation.
Well,
I,
they have okay. So the l- the Ark of the Covenant, something happened to where there was a sect of people that left a certain part of the world with the Ark, traveled through Africa with it after leaving like the area where it was originally. I think
right.
I don't remember what it was. It was like I don't remember what was attacked, what building it was, so I'm not gonna call it out, but I can look into that and find out. But um, basically, what happened was these people like traveled through Africa with it, right? And supposedly it was taken to a town in Ethiopia called Axiom, if I remember correctly, or Axion or something. And it's like heavily guarded. Like this town in Ethiopia is fully aware of what they supposedly have in this church, and they keep this artifact, right? That is known as the Ark of the Covenant by everyone there. Uh, they keep it inside of this building, inside of a church that's like closed off to everyone apart from the people that like are living in that monastery, essentially. And one priest is essentially assigned the guard duty for the rest of his life to that church and what's in that room. And what happens is a lot of the time those people like they get assigned that duty, they end up dying, and when they die from things like crazy skin lesions while boils are developing on their head, and just basically like things that are generally attributed to radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So um there's theories that are like, maybe they have something there, and maybe it is something that's radioactive because these people like that are, sworn to protect it in this town in Ethiopia to this day, supposedly, or a lot of them are dying of weird like cancers and tumors and like stuff that,
Yeah,
you
I
might
heard
get from
this.
a long exposure to radiation, even at like medium levels. Like, so, um, what I was saying is like the town supposedly still exists. There's been like attempts for people to go and see it, but they say they're not going to show it to anyone. There was supposedly, I think, even a thing where they said like, "Oh, we'll show you guys a photo," and there was like a photo, but it was like, "Wait, that's not a fucking photo of this. What are you talking about? Is there anything even in there?" I think that even happened. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that even happened. And but yeah, like I said, this town is it's called Axiom or Axion in Ethiopia,
It's funny. I
and
didn't
it's
think of Tim Heidecker.
it's dude, this place is like everybody's on rooftops with AK-47s on this place in this place. Like there is no like I don't care if you're an army, you're gonna go in there,
Yeah,
you're gonna have
yeah.
a fucking hard fight. Like it's
Oh
not
yeah.
it's a city. It's a
You
city
might
where everyone
lose.
is armed.
Yeah, you might
Yeah, it's
lose.
like
The army might lose.
you're not going to
Ah,
it's like dude, you're gonna win at the cost of probably destroying the artifact. Does that make sense?
true. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna put up a fight there, it's gonna be so much of a
It's gonna
fight that
be
that thing might get
by
destroyed.
helicopters or something with
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
missiles, and
You're
you
not
don't want
gonna
to do
just
that.
walk in there and carefully pull that thing out. Like
You don't have the
those dudes are gonna
manpower on
put up a
foot.
fight.
You don't have the
Yeah.
foot
So, and that's
soldiers.
what I like. Everyone that's been near there, everyone that's attempted to find out anything about it, has been faced with that dilemma where they don't really want to tell you much about it. They claim to have it, that, and they're extremely well protected because they believe they do have it. If you look at
My
a
phone's
pyramid
gonna
and
die real soon.
oh
All right.
no, it's a very good streaming quality for a phone, dude. It looks legit. Um, like it even like blurs out the background and everything. It gives you some bokeh in the background. It looks like you're like in a movie set. But yeah, basically it's like we're past the Ark of the Covenant.
Have you ever heard of
Yeah.
this thing where like they found this room that it may be just a story, but they found this room that had these walls, and they didn't know what it was about, but then there was a lever or something that they figured out how to manipulate, and it started flooding from the top of the walls down, it was streaming mercury, which is like a reflective thing. So it looked like mirrors all around, and they are talking about it has something to do with
I heard something about I never looked into it, so
portals and shit.
I look into it, but as far as I remember, that's like the closest thing I can remember to that is a story I heard about like some sort of like either Aztec or Mayan temple that they were like doing research on, and they were like underground doing some dig or something like that, and then they stumbled across access to like the lower chambers of this place. And they supposedly saw like rivers of mercury appear in these like chambers that like made these crazy like they almost like were mirrors.
Yeah.
And mirrors have a special place in the world of like the occult for
Yeah.
many
I want to know what they
centuries.
really do.
So
Other
well,
than
that's
just
the
what
thing.
they
I guess
do.
get some books. And,
Yeah.
have
If
you ever
there
heard of a
is something there.
psychomantium? Is that something you've ever heard of? Psychomantium?
Never heard of it. Sounds like a cool
So-
band name.
I think there probably is a band called Psychomantium.
If
But
not-
Psychomantium is it's essentially something you can do at home. You can make a Psychomantium in your bathroom
Wait,
if you want.
Rooster, you still here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you want to make a psychomantium?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's go.
Okay, so
I wasn't paying attention to any of that.
I don't know. I've never done it. I'm fucking way too scared to do that. Fuck that. But
Oh, I
If
think
you're
I
interested.
do know what you're talking about.
well, basically, what you do is let's say you're in a bathroom, right? And you dimly light a small candle like in front of behind yourself, and you sit in front of a mirror,
Yeah.
and you just sit there and you stare in the dark. Like the lights have to be off. You just have one candle.
So you're a silhouette in the mirror?
Yes, but I also want to tell you something else about candles, right? Just in general, when you create
Like the
fire.
TikTok challenge with the light when they like put it behind their head. They're like, do, 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 do,
Similar,
do, do,
but-
do, do.
Creepy.
Charlie's so
creep-
pretty.
Creepier than that. Basically, like, you're familiar with refresh rate, right? Like, the rate at which, like, like, essentially, like, if you
Oh, yeah,
if you
absolutely.
have if a light, if a light's not running at the same, like,
Yeah.
okay, like if you have a 50 hertz light or
Right.
60 hertz light or something, you have a fucking 24 frames per second 4K video being recorded, you'll just see flashing because it's like, it can't see like because it's actually just like flickering, like it's not picking up its you know what I mean? It's just fucking, it's not being able to pick up its refresh rate. I don't know how to word that in a better way. Candles don't have a refresh rate because they're 5. I'm pretty sure the US is 60 hertz, right? 60 hertz the US? I'm pretty sure it's 60 hertz. I haven't done any fucking home wiring or anything like that here, so it's like I'm pretty sure it's 60 hertz. Might be wrong. It might be 50. I think it's 60. But
Fuck
anyway,
the specifics.
I think it's 60 hertz. What is it? 120? Yeah, 120, 60 hertz, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that's what you have here.
Fuck the specifics.
What's
Yeah.
Europe? I'll get into specifics.
What do you
What's
mean?
Europe?
220?
have
You have
here.
two-
What are you talking about?
You pretty much have
Then we're
220 in
60.
Europe.
Then
Yeah,
we're
you have
60 or 50. One of the
Well,
two.
in the UK you have 220.
But what I see, this is one of those moments where I forget what we were talking about. Now you're talking about a fuse and that it's safer in the UK. I don't know what you're talking about. You lost
We're
me a long
talking about
time ago.
lights. At the
Oh
the
yeah, get
rate
to the
at which
candle
they
thing.
flicker.
Get to the
The
candle. Thing,
candle.
yeah.
Okay.
You were trying to get to the candle thing, and now you're talking
You're gonna
about
have
the
to edit
fucking
this
UK.
out. You're gonna have to edit this shit out.
No,
Fuck all
you're
that
gonna
stuff
see
about
it.
the UK and their
You're
fucking
gonna
power.
see
Get
it.
rid of it.
No,
No,
you're
get
gonna
it
see
out
it.
of there. I don't want any of this in there. Candles don't have a refresh rate. Everything here does. This light has a refresh rate, especially because this one's fucking. This like you've seen it, right? Like when people record cars on cameras and you can fucking see their brake lights look like they're flashing, but they're
Oh
not.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not that they're flashing. It's that just the refresh rate's fucked,
right.
and it's not in sync with.
So what about
The-
candles? What's the thing
So
about that?
supposedly the whole world that you see, because it's illuminated mostly, right, especially at night, by lights that have a refresh rate, there's actually a constant flicker that you're unaware of because you can't see
Hmm.
it. So the lights
Interesting.
aren't actually on right now; they're just flickering really quickly. Does that make sense?
Right.
It's like they are flickering very fast, but you can't see
Right.
it,
Right. So
right?
what's
It
good
looks
about using a
constant.
candle instead of like?
It's constant, and supposedly certain other things appear when the light is constant.
Okay.
Like your grandparents fucking mostly used electrically powered lights, right? Even if they lived in the Appalachian Mountains, they had fucking light bulbs, probably,
Appalachian
right?
Mountains, yeah.
So basically, what I'm saying is the psychomantium like you can't do it with like a LED light. You have to do it with a candle because candles also have a constant, like, it's almost as
Yeah.
if there is some sort of transmission of some sort, it's like the transmission's constant, therefore the transmission's able to transmit, right? It's like if you had let's say you had a computer connected to the internet without wireless and it was connected with an Ethernet cable, and you somehow managed to hold all of the fucking tiny cables that you usually have to crimp together and color match. You just memorized them very well, and you had very steady fingers, so you could just touch them and fucking make a connection really quickly. Or you just like instead of that, maybe you just had like a fucking adapter where you just.
God damn it, Amir. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm going out for a smoke. But I'm gonna switch over to my phone.
But what I'm talking about is the psychomantium like requires fucking constant light. You just
Goddamn psychomantium! You've been
okay.
talking
It's a mirror. Okay,
candles.
let me. I'm gonna like face the mirror. I'm gonna make a psychomantium right here. Right. I'm sitting in front of it. Right?
What did you think? Okay.
Imagine the lights are off right now. I'm sitting in front of this mirror. Now
Imagine
behind me,
there's a
I will
candle.
light a candle.
I've been seeing this image in my head for 30 minutes.
And the lights are off. And then I just stare. And that's because that's it. Like what am I gonna talk about? At this point you're just staring at a fucking mirror until you start hallucinating.
I still don't get it. What's the point? But
'Cause
why care?
you start seeing stuff in the mirrors.
How long do you stare at it?
Not that long. You like 10 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30
20,
minutes.
10 to 20. No wonder nobody's done this.
Hentians.
PayPal me $5 right now, and I will go do it right now.
$5?
Instant results.
Do
$5
you have the
bucks.
patience?
For 10 minutes. I'll do it for
like
10 minutes.
Do you have a
20, 30.
candle?
You're gonna have to start
I feel like that's the-
hallucinating.
15 minutes.
I feel like that's the
I'll
hardest
see
thing
you
to
in
acquire.
hell, you fucks.
Do you have a
Yeah,
candle?
nah.
It's really. He
It's
doesn't have a
gotta.
candle.
It's like
candle.
meditation. You gotta get to. It's gotta. I think it's sensory deprivation in a way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
A
a
lot of people
sensory
liken it
deprivation
to
tank.
like a very rudimentary version of a sensory deprivation tank. It's almost
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I'm
sensory.
It would be longer
Yeah,
than
because
20
have you
minutes
ever
for me.
had an experience where like you've been in a room that's almost too dark?
Yeah, I've been there.
If you keep your eyes open inside of like a room like that, it doesn't. You don't have to be floating in saline.
Oh,
it's
and-
like training.
Oh,
Does that
Tyler's
make
gonna
sense?
say something.
Maybe.
Hey,
Maybe
Amir,
it's not. I don't know.
I can't talk about it right now because I do want to get into it because I heard you guys talking about dreams. I don't know if it's your mom or somebody you know. She's does something with tarot cards or something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
Because I have some weird dreams that I tell people about with like people related to death and stuff like that. And when
Uh-huh.
I have more time, I'll explain them to you for sure. But I don't know. I want to talk to somebody who is seriously connected or interested in the other side
Yeah,
because I got some weird things going on.
I feel like
is-
because of the dreams he told me about, I feel like
Yeah.
he's some sort of he's got some sort of gift to like some sort of psychic gift or
Well,
some sort of other
feel
side
like it's
gift.
not. You know what I feel like? I feel like everybody's got that, right?
True, but
And
I
feel
think
like some
he's
people
more in
haven't
tune.
had theirs completely wiped away yet.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like too. I feel like some people have that because they're supposed to have it, and
Yeah.
a lot of people like are gonna lose it because it's just like kind of the way we're going. I feel like people are
I think Tyler's a
completely
psychic.
disconnecting with that side of themselves.
I don't know if you can
You know
hear
what I
me
mean?
well, if my phone's gonna die before, but I can tell you the story, which I don't know if this is psychic, but I have two incidents. One is I was very close. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. All right. One is I was very close to my grandmother, and I took care of her before she died. And when she died, it was tough, right? Obviously. And maybe like a week or two after she died, I had this dream where I woke up in my house, my normal house. I walked into my living room, and my grandma was sitting there perfectly fine. And I immediately started crying and went up to her and held her hands. Like my hands were like this, and hers were cupping mine as I was crying. And I was just saying, I'm sorry it turned out this way for you. She kept saying, it's okay now, it's okay. And long story short, when I woke up, I thought, oh, that was a nice way of my body to cope with what happened, right? Like that's all that is. Then, I don't know, a couple years after that, I had a buddy die in a motorcycle accident. He was 20, and I don't know exactly what happened, but he got fucked up. He died in a motorcycle accident. And didn't talk to him. Wasn't really big in my life anymore. We had fallen off, so it didn't hit me. It didn't resonate. I was just like, damn, that really sucked. And that night, or maybe even the next night, I had a dream where I woke up in my room again, went out, looked for my grandma, like it was a continuation of the first dream, didn't see her there, but looked out my back window and saw Austin, who was the kid who died in a motorcycle accident, in my backyard looking around like he doesn't know why he's back there. So I walked out there and I said, Austin? He said, Tyler? He said, what are you doing here? I go, bro, you're not here anymore. And he went, what? I went, dude, you didn't get off that bike. And he looked down at his hands like this. And his knees started to shake. And he almost dropped to the ground, but I caught him. And I was like, it's all right, man. It's all right. And I could just feel the regret, the immediate, I fucked up and I written pen. I can't go back now. I'm fucked. And I immediately felt I was there for him. He needed something from me. I needed to tell him something. And for my grandma, it was the opposite. She was there for me. She needed to tell me it was okay.
There's also aspects of those dreams that you probably can't describe, like certain things that made them more real to you at the time,
Well,
like that maybe cannot even be described because
I
it's like,
can
no, this
describe
was not just like a fucking my brain thinking, like this was this person, like I'm telling you, because there's things that just happened. There's no way my
I
brain
can
would have
describe
fucking made this shit up.
everything in detail. Like,
No, I've
it was
honestly
almost
had
like a
that
secret-
experience. I've had that same fucking experience. I think with every single person that was close to me that died, ever since
Really?
I was a kid. Yeah, I really have. And it's like I've had that even with like a friend of mine that recently died that I unfortunately kind of also drifted away from. And I just saw him, and he was like in his yard, like like back in the fucking day when we were kids and we were like in a band and we're fucking hanging out and have a care in the world. And he was just like so happy in the yard. Like he was like beautiful. Like his parents have this beautiful yard, like a big like plot of land, and it's like all these big trees over there. And I remember in the dream I didn't even talk to him. Like I just remember seeing him happy, and I remember that there was like a part of me that felt better that I didn't even realize that didn't feel that, because when I heard, I was like, wow, man, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. But I kind of almost, like you said, like, well, it's been like a long time. It's like crazy. I'm going to have to go, to the funeral. But it was like, even me, like I had a fucking dream about that. And it was like so strange because I knew that I was observing and I couldn't even talk to him. Like I knew he was not like, I knew he was visible to me in that dream, but he was just like not part of, you know what I mean? He was like, it was not in the same realm as him somehow.
Yeah.
Like I was not able, like
Dimension.
even if I walked up to him and started jumping around, I just knew that it
I
was
think
just like,
he's literally in a different
why would I
dimension.
do that? But it looked to me like it was like everything's fine for him. Like, you know what I mean? It looked like his way went fine. But it's like I know of instances like that. I've heard so many fucking instances, just like Tyler's, where they meet somebody that doesn't even understand what really happened. And a lot of these times, something quick happens that takes these people, like a fucking accident that takes them away so quick they don't even realize they're gone, right? And they're kind of just like,
Yeah.
they don't know what the fuck happened
They need
because it's
somebody
like,
to tell them.
yeah, it's almost like you need kind of like a helping hand to get you to accept what
think
happened so you can progress onto.
Wherever I was some sort of middle ground. It wasn't. I wasn't looking through a window.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I was just trying to
I
describe to him. I feel like I was like in this place where it was like this fucking. It was like it looked like where we were. It looked like his house, but like the atmosphere felt different. It felt like I was like. It felt like I was like in another dimension, but in the same place. But he was
Why don't
there
you bring
now,
up
and I was just
atmosphere?
watching, huh?
It's funny bring up atmosphere because I've always said that to Austin and Zachary. When
It's
I
like
play.
that's all you
It's
can
like
tell
there's
about
no
these
wind.
places is the atmosphere is different and the places
there's
look
no
the fucking
wind.
same. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
wind.
there's no wind, there's not, yeah, it's like, yeah.
No, but everything's there. Intangible items aren't there. Like, let's say on your kitchen table you put a vase and it's been there for years.
It's
Sure,
not,
that vase would be there. No, it would be there because it's like been ingrained into the area. But let's say you threw your change or your keys or something that just moves all the time. That
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
no,
there.
like yeah,
That doesn't
it's
exist.
almost like extremely clean. That, and I've noticed also like the people that you see them, they look like they're they always look at like they're almost at their healthiest point in life. Does that make sense? It's like everyone I
Right.
met is always like
Listen,
dressed so not their
here's-
hair is cut, they
here's-
look so good.
Here's what
and
I
it's like
think. Here's
yeah.
what I think. I think people, because it's making me think about Death Stranding and the beach. I think people get stuck, and I've talked about ghosts before. I think we see ghosts sometimes when they manifest themselves. I've never seen a ghost. You know, I'm just talking from other people's shit. But I think ghosts are able to be seen because they manifest enough energy because they are they hold such a close connection to the world that they don't want to separate and go
Yeah.
and move on. That's where it makes me think of Death Stranding because they're still on Earth. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to stay because they don't know what to do. So they're lost souls, literally roaming Earth because in a different dimension, slightly.
In a metaphorical standpoint, it's we were land creatures, then we became sea creatures, but we're still on land. Hence, we're beach. Kind of like the Stranding,
Yeah. No, I know what you mean,
right?
man. It's like yeah. And,
We
Yeah.
transitioned into a creature that is no longer supposed to be in this dimension. Therefore, we're stuck. I don't know.
Because we don't know how to see. I was also thinking about lucid dreaming and stuff. I want to get really good at that because why not get really good at what may happen when I die or what may happen when I dream every time? You know, what if
Well-
my soul is floating and I can.
Let me put it this way, like you know how everybody's like dying to go into the world of VR and like live in fucking
Yeah.
whatever land.
Play 7 Days to Die.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
play 7 Days to Die.
Which way?
You play
Which
7
one?
Days to Die. You play
Seven-
7
no, I
Days to Die.
I don't think I played that.
up. Shut the fuck up.
7 Days to Die. Which one is that? Is that the one
No,
that's
don't
kind
worry
of like
about it.
Fortnite?
Don't worry about it.
Kind of like Fortnite? No, it's not like that one where it's like
Don't worry about
it
it.
is right. It's like a survival game.
Don't worry about
I have played that. Yeah,
Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite.
I've played that.
He's joking about. Stop it.
Is it? It's not Fortnite.
So
I know it's not Fortnite. I just was wondering. Is it like one of those survival games where everything's timed?
It
and-
is. It is a survival game.
Yeah,
So
I think
what
I played it though. I really
Steam.
genuinely think I played that.
where
on
does your
Steam.
soul? If your ghost stays, if you manifest a ghost because you want to stay
Man,
here,
I don't even think it's like that. I feel like honestly, I feel like this is just like you're meant to be here right now. There's no fucking choice. Like
Yeah,
you
but what
gotta
if
be-
when you die, there's supposed to be somewhere you go, but people don't
Well,
know,
yeah, but I
so they
I
get
think
stuck here.
I think it's just the transmission of it. Like I feel like this is just like a conduit in a way. Like this
I
thing
think
is just
there-
like
yeah.
a radio receiving a signal from where or the source signal is not here. Like I mean, dude, we can't even figure out consciousness. How many fucking years are we gonna look into our brains and not even be able to pinpoint where we actually come from and why we actually do certain things? We can all, we have come to a lot of, extremely valuable realizations about the human mind and body, but there's also a lot of things that we have not found out. And I feel like a lot of those things, no matter how hard we try, we might never find out until we look into ourselves from a different perspective. Like, look into what you're capable of. Like I was mentioning VR for the reason of, how everybody's like dying to be in a new world or something like that, where they just like put on a fucking headset
Second
and disappear and they can, live their second life. Well, what if you can already fucking do that with your fucking head? And like you're saying, oh, lucid dreaming, or I can go, so why don't you just learn how to fucking lucid dream? Why don't you learn how to go to wherever the fuck you want to go? When
Can
you're
I tell you
asleep?
something? I lucid dreamed a few times in high school.
Yeah.
And
Well, and the thing is, if you have, you can train yourself to do it way easier and way quicker than anyone that's never had the experience. That's what I've heard. And I've never had the experience until like very recently, to where I like, and it wasn't even that kind of, and I got like what you would get as like a beginner to just start. It kind of starts like breaking the surface of lucid dreaming, but still, it's like it almost gets you too excited, and you like lose lack of concentration because you start concentrating, if that makes sense. You start
While
using
you're
the wrong
sleeping.
part of your brain to think. Like you
it's
because
just
like when
hard to
you're
control,
falling
but it'd be
asleep,
nice to learn how to control it.
my mouth is fucking dry as shit. feel like I have a peanut head right now, dude. Look, I took my headphones off. I got a peanut head.
Yeah. You
Hell
look like
yeah.
a fucking M&M. You look like you're gonna sell me a hot dog at 7-Eleven. Is that racist?